Go on then, give the bell a ring. Gentle, gentle, gentle. There you go. Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. You might think this is a normal vlog, a normal Monday where I picked Hannah up from work, we've headed to Tesco. It is normal, but because it's summer holidays, we've got Andy with us. So we now have a taking Andy to Tesco adventure. We also need to get him some wrapping paper for his birthday presents, which is fine. He always likes to choose it himself anyway, because if it's not what he wants, he won't open the presents. So it's not too weird that we're taking him to choose his own wrapping paper. It kind of is how we have to do these things. So essentials purchased, crisps, pop, pizza. Andy, what wrapping paper are we getting?
This one, the buses.
Look, you have to choose some wrapping paper. You're going to go straight to the springs, aren't you? You don't need springs.
Pick the paper.
That's the one you want on your presents, is it?
Two. No, I only need one. You want flamingos?
Yeah.
That's the same one I picked, isn't it?
You want Lego or flamingos?
Lego.
Oh, but the flamingo one is much better. I do like the fact you chose the right one first time. Andy, do you want some party hats?
No.
Are we going to get him these to use in the car on the way down to Bournemouth?
No.
So he's getting Lego
Andy.
paper. Bah, I thought we were going to both have flamingos. Are you getting some sunglasses?
Yeah.
Are you going to wear them? Oh, they're too small. Well, should we find... Do you want some sunglasses? We can find you some, I'm sure. There's bigger ones over here, look.
Oh.
Look, over here. She's not looking. Andy, try these ones on. Well, there's some Batman ones, isn't there? You have to actually put them on.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at you. So look at the camera. They're a bit big, aren't they? Is there something in between those two? There's Batman ones, they'll probably be too small. Wraparound ones, I used to love them when I was a kid.
One more.
See, I think these ones...
They seem to fit.
Yeah, those ones are better. They're so cool.
They're awful.
They're awesome.
Do you want these
Are
then?
you getting some sunglasses to wear at the beach?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's check them.
Let's
Let's just
check.
try me one more time.
You have to wear them and your hat when you're on the beach?
We're Bournemouth.
Yeah.
You look excellent. Why?
Excellent. Well, I'll call that a successful trip to Tesco. And it's getting hotter and hotter there,
So
isn't it? Your air conditioning's broken at work as well, isn't it? So you are already melting. What's the temperature now? Do we know? I guess I can find out by putting the ignition in. And it is 25 degrees in the car. It's going to be, did you say 32 later in the week when we're away?
No.
Although where we're going, because it's by the sea, it'll be a little bit cooler. But depending on your school of thought, we've either picked the best week to go to the seaside in the UK or the worst week to go to the seaside in the UK.
24 Wednesday, 27, 22, Friday.
See, I think that sounds perfect for a trip to the seaside. You wouldn't want it any cooler than that, would you? She would. She'd want to go.
I don't.
She wants it to be 12 degrees so she can go in her coat.
Yeah,
That'd be perfect for you.
It's 28 here today, 32 tomorrow, 31, 35.
When's it 35?
Thursday.
35 degrees,
I
my
can't-
word. And what's it going to
can't
be in
do the
Bournemouth
rest.
that day?
27.
So at least it's going to be a little bit cooler where we're going to be. I think that day we'll just live in the sea. Shopping trip complete then. We went home, had a little bit of lunch, and Andy has been asking all morning to come back to Crowland Abbey. So we didn't have a reason not to. So here we are at Crowland Abbey. In other news, I've lost my Pokemon Go Plus, my wristband that I normally use to play Pokemon when we're out and about. I have a temporary solution. Anna isn't best pleased with it. Do you like my temporary solution?
You're such a loser.
What she means is I look super cool, but she just can't find the words. Is it good then?
Yeah. One more.
Yeah, we can go back in again in a minute. We're just having a little look outside. We've not actually been here on a nice day before, I don't think. It's usually coat weather, windy and rainy when we come here. So we can have a proper look outside. Do I have what? Oh, you're talking about Pokemon? I don't know. I'll have a look in a sec. You going down in the dungeon? How do you get down there? That's where he just was. We just turned the corner and he was walking up the stairs. We didn't see him go down them. Good job they don't go very far.
Only we can grow a little bit.
You're not going to be able to get those bells.
I can fish fingers in a minute.
You can have some fish fingers, you still can't ring the bells.
We can have to.
There was a group of tour guides in there, so we didn't really film while we were in there. But even they said when he was jumping up to try and grab the, hello, when he was trying to grab the ropes, he'd have to grow a bit to be able to do that. Everyone's on brand. He ain't ever reaching those ropes, they're super high in there. Andy, let me see your sunglasses as well. They are very cool, excellent. The amount of times we've tried to put sunglasses on him in the past and he's just refused, but absolutely fine with them today.
Does he wear a squint now?
Yeah, because he usually does squint in the sun, doesn't he? So if we can get him glasses and hat when we're out and about, then...
Yeah, I tried to look at that.
Yeah. This is yet more awesome progress. And it doesn't seem to...
Jeans, I don't know.
Because you didn't leave any clothes out for us while you were at work, and I had to improvise and try and find clothes.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but I didn't know what to wear. Put him in, I asked him to choose, and that's what he chose. Go on then, give the bell a ring. Gentle, gentle, gentle. There you go. That's enough, Andy. Andy, that's enough. Boy, they were absolutely lovely in there. They had a tiny little bell. They let him have a little ring on, which apparently was made out of wood out of their own rafters and made especially for kids to have a little go at ringing a bell in there. So he had quite a few goes at ringing the bell, had a little look around, they gave him a little tour. It was, they were very, very welcoming and very understanding of the fact he didn't necessarily want to do their conventional tour, which was awesome. I know we've been a little bit critical of other churches at time to time on this channel, but they were absolutely fantastic. So thank you for being so welcoming, Crowland Abbey. That was really cool. And now we've got a little bit of unfinished business from yesterday. We're not watching Cash in the Attic. You got to choose between that or going to churches, and you chose churches. In particular, chose to come to this church that was closed when we came here yesterday. So we're going to go in and have a nice little look. Okay, I'm being quiet. Quiet. You're the only one making any noise. As you can see, he's already decided to stop wearing the sunglasses indoors. We're turning him into a proper YouTuber. Andy, leave the doors alone. We're going back in.
Why I wear things under my skirt because they just come up.
Were you allowed to show that you've got legs? Legs! Anna's got legs!
They're white though.
That's because I've never seen them before.
I don't get them out.
Never mind everybody else.
I bought 2 skirts.
2 skirts. I don't approve of the fact you're wearing one now. You're going to have that ready again for Bournemouth.
I'm only wearing it for now.
Okay.
For a while.
Is he going all the way around?
You can't go anywhere.
Oh, is it sealed in over there? Okay, fair enough. So is this the first time you've ever been able to get him to wear sunglasses then?
Yes.
What this does mean is next time he has an eye test, if he actually needs some glasses, because sometimes he does give the impression he can't quite see stuff, wearing normal glasses.
The smallest thing on the floor.
Yeah, but it might not be completely impossible for him to wear glasses now, which we always said it probably would be before.
He looks like he's skating.
He's brushing his feet on the floor. I think he likes the way it sounds. You're not going up there, Andy? Yeah, I know what you're up to.
Hello.
There's a thumbnail right in your face.
Right, well, we'll walk around and then we're going to go home. Oh, no,
Yeah, we're giving him some exercise, trying to tire him out so he actually sleeps. You don't have to run, Andy. That's how desperate he is to get home. You're still not going to watch Cash in the Attic? We gave him the choice. We said he can either watch Cash in the Attic or go to Crowland Abbey. This was a bonus. You're going around the other way. Hello.
Finished.
Are we going home now? Okay. You sound out of breath. Right, we're leaving. Oh, you need your sunglasses on, Andy. Oi, Andy, sunglasses. There your game.
Oh, help.
Above your ear, look. Hold on. Oh, let me do it. No, there you go. Mastered it. One-handed, because he has to have the camera in the other hand. So where are we going now, Andy?
Home.
We're going home, are we?
We need a charge, Andy.
Oh, you need a charge.
We need to watch Cash in the Attic after.
You're not watching Cash in the Attic. You had the choice between that and the church. You can, yeah, you can watch it tomorrow. As long as we don't do this again, you have to choose.
Cash in the Attic.
Okay, so Cash in the Attic on Tuesday, and then Bournemouth on Wednesday. Deal?
Yeah, or no deal.
Oh God. I don't know if the camera picked that up. I said deal, he said or no deal. He's picking another show too. Yeah, I know it's on challenge. You know.
Channel 4 more 4.
Okay. Give up. Ah, there we go. We haven't done a proper secret end of the vlog club for a little while. I don't actually know how long this vlog has been. I think it's been a relatively short one. If it ended up being super long, I apologise. I'm just going to make it super longer. Because there is something I wanted to talk to you about. I should have talked about it over the weekend, but obviously with all the MGPX stuff going on, it never came up. Plus I forgot. But on the 21st of July, so for me, yesterday, for you 2 days ago, that was the 2-year anniversary of my first day as a full-time YouTuber. I left work on the 20th of July 2017, so more than 2 full years now I have been a full-time YouTuber, which, believe it or not, bearing in mind I'm a 37-year-old man who's had a relatively successful life and career. I've done a lot of decent jobs. I was a mortgage advisor, a financial advisor, a development manager for a bank. I've been a teacher and a head of faculty in a school and various bits and pieces, but this is now the single longest time I've been in any job ever. I've obviously been a YouTuber for over 4 years at this point. Is it over 4? I think it might be 4 years in October. Or is it 5 years in October? I've been a YouTuber for a little while, but it was obviously just a hobby for the first several years of that. It's been my job since the 21st of July 2017, and I've never had a job last longer than 2 years before. I had, just to have a quick run through my job history, because people do ask, and I don't think I've mentioned it for a little while. When I first left school aged 18 after my A-levels, I was already working at the Clark's shoe shop, where I was the supervisor on Sundays and Thursday evenings, having been there all throughout sixth form, or through most of sixth form, like maybe the last year and a half of sixth form. I stayed there for like 6 months after I left school whilst I was looking for a proper job. So that just about hit the 2-year mark. I then went to be a customer advisor at the Norwich and Peterborough Building Society, which basically meant I sat on the counter in a bank. To translate that into modern talk, the Building Society doesn't even exist anymore. Most building societies don't exist anymore, but while I was there, they put me through my mortgage advice qualification, so I started selling mortgages there, and then I paid to put myself through my financial advisor qualifications, and then I left there after about just under 2 years to go and work for Abbey National, who put me through my full-on financial advisor qualifications. Would let me finish them off, the ones I started at Norwich and Peterborough. So I was a financial advisor there, but only lasted 10 months because I was commuting down to Hatfield in Hertfordshire every day from where I live now. It was a 4-hour round trip every day. I only lasted 10 months before I dropped the investment pension side of things as a financial advisor and just went back to being a pure mortgage advisor for Connell's Building Society, where I lasted just under a year before I was headhunted by a bank, Bristol and West Mortgages, where I worked there for 2 years as a business development manager, which basically involved travelling around different mortgage advisors and convincing them to sell my bank's mortgages. It's a really cushy job. I spent most of it sat at home playing Football Manager, just answering the phone, and then maybe once or twice a week I'd just drive somewhere cool like Nottingham or Norwich or Derby, or if it was summer I'd go to Great Yarmouth or Hunstanton or Skegness. All these places were in my patch, and just go and hang out with people and drink their tea and eat their biscuits. Did that for a couple of years, just got bored, so set up as a self-employed financial advisor. So back as a financial advisor again. I lasted less than a year. Again, the financial crisis hit just as I was setting up that business. I'd been in business maybe 2 months when it became impossible to get mortgages. It became impossible to buy and sell houses. It was not a great time to be a new startup business, mainly to do with house buying. I did bits of life insurance and pensions, investment planning as well, but my main bread and butter was mortgages. You couldn't get mortgages, so I couldn't do any of that. And not only that, with the financial crisis happening, no one was buying pensions or insurance or anything, so that business, that just disappeared after less than a year. At which point I went back to an estate agent, worked at the Heart estate agents in Peterborough for about a year before I just, you know, my spirit had gone. I'd spent the previous 6 or 7 years working towards trying to start my own business. I'd done it, it had failed. I didn't want to do it anymore, so I just left and kind of, well, I left and went and sold car insurance for 6 months. My heart wasn't in that either, and I ended up just leaving that, and I was actually unemployed for about 4 or 5 months. Because looking back, I think I probably was depressed. I was just, like I say, my spirit had gone from my business failing, because that had been what I'd spent most of my 20s working towards, and then for it to fail so spectacularly and so quickly really hit me hard. And I ended up going to uni, did that for 3 years. Obviously that's not a job, but got my computer science degree. Off the back of that, did my teacher training. So I kind of had, with the sitting around at home moping, plus the 3 years of degree, plus 1 year of teacher training, I kind of had 4.5 years where I didn't have a job at all. I did various things to pay the bills. That's where I first started creating content online. I did a bit of blogging. I did some ebook selling. I played poker to quite a decent level for a little while to help pay the bills. Did lots of things, but never had anything you would class as a job. And then obviously off the back of that, became a teacher, worked at my first school for 2 years, the second school for 2 years, and that was the school I left to become a full-time YouTuber. So I know that's a long story I've just told there, but at least we can refer people back to it now and I don't have to tell the story again. But the reason all that was important is because this one now wins. This is, you know, if I was to drop dead now and you were to write a career on my tombstone, I guess you could probably put teacher, because I was a teacher for 4 years, just in 2 different schools. But Kevin Chapman, YouTuber, that's what I was, that's what I am, and it doesn't look like I'm planning on stopping anytime soon. So thank you to everybody who's supported us over the last couple of years, or the last 3 or 4 years. Long may it continue. I'll never stop thanking you for allowing all of our dreams to come true. Obviously for me, I'm finally living that dream of running my own business, working for myself, doing something I love every day. It is fantastic. But I mean, the things that you've allowed the rest of us to do as well, me being at home, allowed Andy to get back to school, it allowed Anna to go back to university. We're all so much happier because we're doing the things that we want to do. And it is all thanks to the support you guys have given us by making this channel, and obviously the other channel, the successes that they've been. So just wanted to say, it's been over 2 years now. Thank you. One day I will get the extra tattoo that I promised I'd get up in Bitten, just where I want it. But I want that date, 20th of July 2017. I want it tattooing on my arm so that I can always remember that was the last day I ever worked for anyone else. Because I don't plan on going back if I can help it. And that would be a big motivator for me. But tattoos are more expensive than you think, and we're not doing that well yet. I can't afford frivolous things like tattoos. But like I say, I just wanted to do a little bit of secret end of the vlog club today as a thank you. I know it wasn't the fun wandering around excitement stuff that some of you are here for, but then I guess those of you who are still watching now are the ones who enjoy that kind of thing. So you get extra thanks with bells on, because we can't always be out and about doing fun stuff in the sun, especially when it's as hot as it was today. But we will wrap it up there. We've got a lot of very cool stuff coming up for the rest of the week. I cannot wait for Bournemouth. I need to carry on getting ready for that trip. I've got videos rendering now. I've got packing that needs to be done. There's still clothes we need to wash. There's a lot still to do, so I probably need to go and crack on with some of that. If you have enjoyed this video though, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.